Can I tell you everything? He tells me he didn't know you were pregnant.
He did it.
So you never told him that. Is it Luz Miriam?
Yep,
Is that how you
Luciano.
say it? Listen, that's hard to say, but I'm gonna try my best.
Luz is fine. You can call me Luz. It's fine.
Okay, Luz. Well, first of all, I'm glad that you're here.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited.
Now, first of all, there's a couple souls that I'm picking up on with you, and right away when I'm speaking, there's actually a soul that didn't make it here in this world. So did you lose a baby?
I did.
So that baby's on the other side with you, because right away when I was connecting, I saw this little soul that didn't make it here in the physical world that I felt was an angel that's around you. Also, when I'm connecting, I have your grandmother here, because there's this grandmother that's there that's watching over you that shows me that she was like your mom here in the physical world. Because she's saying, say that I'm here, say that I'm here.
Yeah.
And then there's also another soul. You actually have a lot of people that are here that are trying to come through. There's also this young male that passed as well. Was one of them your significant other?
Yeah.
Okay, he's here because he's coming through and saying, Nat, we should have been married. We should have been married, he's telling me.
Yeah.
And first of all, I have to tell you, he first of all wants to apologize for the person that he was here in this world and for all the mistakes that he made.
I understand that completely.
And wait a minute, I understand this. This was supposed to be his child that you lost. So that baby that's there, that's with your grandmother, would have been his child, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Can I tell you everything?
Yep, you sure can.
He tells me he didn't know you were pregnant.
He did it.
So you never told him that.
I had a miscarriage, and soon enough after, like he said, he, was doing things that I wasn't happy about. And not that long after that, he departed.
He said to me this, he goes, Matt, I can't believe this would have been my child. I can't believe this would have been my child. He keeps telling me. And he's going to me, I can't believe, like literally when he got to the spirit world, that was the one thing that completely surprised him. And I got to tell you this. He says to me that you were always his true love here in this world. He says, but Matt, you got to let her know one thing. He says, I let so much get in the way of my life here in this world. And right away when I'm connecting with him, he's showing me him having addiction issues here in this world.
He did.
And not only that, but he shows me when I'm connecting with him, he goes, Matt, I trusted people that were not good for me within my life. He says, and I let other people dictate my life, tell me what to do. He says, and lead me down the wrong road.
Definitely.
Oh, I don't want to tell you some of the things he's telling me, but I got to tell you because he tells me that in your life, there's so many times when you think about him and you wonder if he sees things for what they are. And more importantly, I know that before the two of you had separated here in this world, or when you were separating here in this world, I know that there was another woman responsible. There was another woman who broke the two of you up.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be honest, I see this woman that got in the way. I see that she liked him. She liked your boyfriend at the time. And I see that there were rumors that were spread about you so that he would break up with you or leave you or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And he's saying to me, Matt, I can't believe I was so stupid. I can't believe that I trusted all these people and I didn't trust her.
Right.
But the sad part is this. He tells me when I'm connecting that you tried to save his life here in this world, that you were scared that something like this was going to happen. And you were so nervous that he was going to die or pass away or be in trouble or something was going to happen to him. So much so that he actually showed me visions that here in this world, before he had died, he shows me that you would actually go and still check up on him, even though the two of you weren't together.
Right.
He says to me that he wants to thank you so much for that. And he says to me that there's one thing that he wants to say, and that is that he's sorry for the void that he's left on your heart. Because he tells me that every day there's still this pain that's left inside of you because of him. And because of that, he actually talks about you being in a new relationship right here, right now.
Yeah.
And he says to me that there's still a part of you that can't open up to that relationship because of all that pain and that hurt.
Right.
He says, and Matt, that's for me because I lied to her. I mistreated her. But he tells me this. He tells me that that person that you're with is a really great person. And he's given you full permission to be able to love again, to be able to open your heart up. He says, and more importantly, to be able to heal because he's acknowledging now.
Okay.
So you've had children since then, he's telling me.
Yes, I have.
And you have the two kids?
I have two that are his and then two that are not.
Because he's talking about those two children and he tells me that he still watches over those children,
They need the guidance.
So wait a minute. He's telling me his two children see somebody else as their dad. Is that true?
Yes.
And he says to me, Matt, let her know that I'm not upset about this. He says, and the reason why is because he says, even when I was alive, he says, I never got to be the father that I wanted to.
Nope.
He says, and what I'm so happy about is that this man that you're with really came in and almost like adopted those kids. Like those are his kids.
Right.
And he's telling me, Matt, they really don't even know me, but that was my fault. He's because I didn't get involved the way that I should have.
Right. Correct.
But he wants to let you know one thing, and this is something that he never told you here in this world. He wants to let you know about what an amazing mom you are, because you put your kids before anyone else. He says, and the one thing is that even without me, you allowed them to have a father. You've allowed them to have a normal life, he says, and that he shows me that you filled in every single piece of the puzzle for them. Because he even tells me that after he walked away from your relationship, he tells me that he left you with nothing, that you had no money, he said she had not a thing, Matt. He says, and you know that she was almost homeless, he tells me. Is that true?
Yeah.
But he shows me you working every single day. He shows me you working. He shows me doing everything that you could to provide a roof over the head of your children. He says, and Matt, she needs to look back and see how far she's come, because you never give yourself enough credit.
I don't. I really don't.
He says, so the one thing is that he needs to let you know is he wants to remind you about how amazing you are, because he tells me this. He says, even though I never got to say it here in this world, and I never got to, he goes, I never got to show your appreciation. I want to show my appreciation now, because I want to let you know how much you mean to me. And I want to let you know that every day that goes by, my soul is here and with you.
I appreciate that so much. I needed to hear that.
Paul, I'm so happy and I'm so glad it came through for you. And this is his way of letting you know as well that, he's not just watching over his kids, he's also watching over you. Because every day that goes by, this is just his way of validating that he's still with you, still guiding you and watching over you, and that he is safe and at peace.
It's good to hear. I've always, not doubted, but always kept thinking, because of the life that he lived, if he was okay wherever he is now.
I hear that he is. And sometimes our loved ones in spirit do have regrets. And sometimes that's kind of like, I hate to say it this way, but it's the truth. Sometimes it's almost like our punishment here in this world, is that
Right.
when we live a life that's reckless, so that we do things that we shouldn't have here in this world. People say to me, well, do we pay on the other side? Well, in this case, he has. One day he'll be reunited with his kids. One day he'll be able to see his children. But for right now, he's missing out on being able to be there for them, to be able to love them, for them to be able to know them. And all those years that, he did the wrong thing, that is coming through right here and right now, because he's not there to have a relationship with his children. But the thing is that you are. And what he's acknowledging is that, even though he's hurt you so bad in the past, and even though there were so many things that he regrets, he tells me that what he wants you to know is that you've gotten to build a relationship with his kids. You've been able to be there for them. Yeah. And more importantly is that even before they had a dad within their life, they knew you as both their mommy and their dad. Yeah. And that's something that he should have done when he was alive. But he says to me, in the meantime, he's there in spirit. He is watching over them. And more importantly, until you're reunited, he says he wants to let you know that he's there for your children and with them always.
I thank you so much.
All right. I want to thank you for being here.
No, thank you. And congratulations on your new bundle.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.